Boston is not just a sports town.
There's so much music.
There's no one particular Boston sound.
Even in the punk days, everybody had a unique sound.
There's always been a garagey element to it.
You're in a city where music has been important for well over 200 years.
The walls could talk. Some of the stories would, can't be printed or told.
The greatest thing about Passim is that it's so intimate. It's known as a place where people like Joan Baez and Bob Dylan played during the heyday of the folk revival in the 60s. Being able to see people like Joni Mitchell here before her first record came out. In the 70s, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks played here before they joined Fleetwood Mac. Jackson Browne, Tom Waits. In the 80s, Sean Colvin and Suzanne Vega used to come up to New York City.
There was Jax in Cambridge. There was Ed Burke's in Mission Hill, a rough neighborhood. Conrad's, Harper's Ferry, O'Brien's. I love the Rat. I remember Tiny Tim coming to play there. The place was wild. Seeing Tiny Tim at the Rat, or seeing the Runaways. The Runaways with Lita Ford and Joan Jett. They played, and David Bowie shows up, Iggy Pop and Blondie.
I actually started playing there in the summer of 1965. It was called the Rathskeller. I used to be the drummer in 60s pop band Orpheus. We got to open a concert for the Rolling Stones, 19-year-old kids. It was fast. It was exciting. You could go to the Jazz Workshop in Paul's Mall, which no longer exists. To sit there with 75 people and watch Miles Davis in the opening act being a young band called Aerosmith, they were amazing.
Paradise was started in 1977, and that'd be Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, U2, one of the first gigs that really broke them.
Working the Paradise, I get to see all the bands before everybody else knows who they are, really. Bruno Mars played here right before he broke, and Janelle Monáe was the opening act, and that was an incredible show, and they're both now selling out, arenas.
Everybody in the music industry still keeps their eyes and ears on what's going on in Boston.
The band Boston is completely different than the band The Cars, which is different than Till Tuesday, which is different than Dropkick Murphys, and they're all, icons from Boston.
Because Boston rocks.